Hey guys, today we're winding back to 2006 to one of the original LEGO Batman sets. This is the Batboat Hunt for Killer Croc with 188 pieces that retailed for only $20. This set is insane for 20 bucks, but unfortunately on today's market, even used, you're gonna be way above $100 now. In fact, I think used $100 is actually a pretty fair price, but you're going north of that, especially if you want sealed. Anyways, this had 188 pieces, came with 2 figures, and had a little boat for Killer Croc, as well as a giant boat for Batman, both of which we'll take a closer look at here in just a second. Now, in my reviews, I don't always highlight the boxes, but this is a 17-year-old set that I do have the box for, so it's definitely worth taking a look at. All of these old LEGO Batman boxes were embossed. It's a little hard to see on the video, but it's cool that, like, there's raised printing on the box and all of that. You can see this has its original $20 sticker from the store. Up top, we've got digital renders of Killer Croc and Batman, both of which look like they could be straight out of the video game, but the video game wouldn't come out for about 2 years till after this set came out. Anyways, you can see all the play features on the back, which we'll look at a bit more closely here. This did come with a bunch of extra accessories. Unfortunately, buying the set used means I didn't have any of these, so you'll just have to look here and use your imagination for when we get into the set. Then, of course, we've got a little comic strip here explaining what went on in the set, and we've got a very cool render here of all the 2006 sets, like the Batwing, the Two-Face chase, this set, we've got the Catwoman cycle chase, and, of course, the giant Batcave. As far as the inside, nothing too crazy, and I do happen to have the instruction booklet, too, so just a quick leaf through here. That's what the first page looks like. Everything else is pretty standard inside. Got some LEGO sign-ups at the back, parts list, and more art, like we saw on the back of the box, so that's really cool. We get the classic Batman minifig in this set. It was pretty basic by today's standards, but it's still a classic minifigure all around. There was no back printing because back printing was still pretty rare in 2006, as was leg or arm printing. So, like I said, it's pretty basic with just a torso print, the old paper style cape that we love, and the original Batman Bruce Wayne head underneath, with that classic cowl too, which is a little bit thicker. Man, this is just such a great nostalgic minifig all these years later. Our secondary minifigure is Killer Croc. He was exclusive to this set, and definitely a cool figure. Like I said, back printing was pretty rare back then, and he certainly would have benefited from it, but I always thought it was weird he had black hands. I always feel like they should have been green to match, like, his lizardy type hands, but, you know, black is fine too. You've got dark blue legs on there. It's not a great minifigure as far as detail goes, like for, you know, the legs and all that, but the torso print with all those scales is really nice, as is the head, and we don't even get printing on the back of the head, which is kind of wild, but this was 17 years ago, so we gotta give it a little grace. The first build to look at is Killer Croc's boat. Interestingly, these big pieces on the front were printed, and I always thought it was kind of cool that you could, like, open and close the front almost like it was a crocodile mouth. Kind of interesting, but it is a little odd why he would even need a craft like this at all, because he could just swim and he's big and strong. But anyways, this was before flick fire missiles, so you had these pieces. I had to sub out some colors here, but you could flick those out, and again, that was before the flick fire piece existed. We have this cool little wind turbine in the back, and there's a play feature here, which we'll get to in just a minute. And finally, we've got the Batboat itself. Now, this does not have stickers. There should be a sticker up front here, stickers right here, and a sticker on the back, but that is the downside of buying used sets. Sometimes the stickers are really badly placed, or in this case, not at all. But anyways, we've got these really cool rubber pieces along the side. The boat doesn't float, of course, but it kind of looks like it would with those giant rubber trim pieces around the side. We've got these long telescoping pieces here that kind of look like they could be headlights or guns or something of that nature. But there's not really a ton of play features going on here. I mean, you can lift up the cockpit, and of course there's an area for Batman to sit inside with a little computer there. Nothing too crazy. And then the only other thing to do here is to pull out the bat pod in the back that's kind of like its own individual boat. And as I said, with play features, you could actually get Croc to go in there as well. So basically there's like a tow-away play feature where Croc can be towed away back to the Batcave or off to Arkham Asylum or something like that, but I don't know, there's not really a ton going on here. I think that the most value this set has is the nostalgia value. I mean, that's pretty much it, because there's not really any play features. You can move these turbines and put Batman in there and have Croc get attached, but beyond that, there's not really much to say, so let's zoom out and I'll give you my final thoughts on this classic set. Alright guys, let me know what you thought of this review in the comments down below. Do you think that this was worth 20 bucks back in 2006? Man, 17 years ago, I certainly think it's worth it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think, so be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.